Hello, bonjour. I've just been giving it some thought and thought I might this week try and give you a little video of from each day, just to show you what my week is like. It's not going to be very exciting, but it will give you an insight. As you can see, I've not long got out of bed, and I'm still in my dressing gown having my morning cup of tea. And obviously my hair's a mess. Not that's a lot different normally. When you see me, I'm very often outside and it's blowing all over the place anyway. So yeah, I'll just try and do a little video every day and just show you what my week is like. I hope you enjoy it. Bit of a grey day today. Should be doing housework really, but I'm gonna go into the loft, do some sewing. So I'll just show you my memory boxes I made with my mum and my dad. Bless them. Okay, let's go upstairs. There we go. Into darkness. Then there was light. Some of you that have watched my craft channel will know where I am now. And today, as I say, I should probably be doing housework, but I'm not. I've got things to do up here. You can see I bought all these zips from Emmaus. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but I'm sure I'll come up with an idea. Okay. Right, let's get on. Now I'm going to record a bit for my FOPYS Creations channel, so anybody that wants to see what I do next will need to move over to there. So, actually my hair looks a bit better than it did when I started the day, doesn't it? Anyway, yes, as I say, for those of you that want to see what happens next, you need to move to my FOPYS Creations, and then after that I should be recording something else in the day for the rest of this channel. Okay. I've just stopped sewing so I could have some lunch. There we go. As you can see, I'm treating myself to a big chunk of chocolate. And I'm now going to watch some YouTube, of course. And I'll see you a bit later. Okay, that's lunch over with. I decided in the end to watch Long Lost Family, and you know what happens with that, so I'm gonna, before I go down a rabbit hole and watch the whole series all afternoon, I've turned it off, and I'm now going to go in the garden and get some wood for the fire, hopefully for this evening, because it's starting to get colder in the evenings now, and we're starting to have it on for a couple of hours. So come with me. Okay, coat on. First time I've been outside today, so let's go and... Oh, I forgot to get my bag. I'm going to carry one bag, but it's usually enough for an evening at least. I just collect it in one of the old bags for life. Okay. You always know when it's autumn, as people are starting to light their fires during the day, and you can smell the fire smell in the air. I'm going to turn you around so you can see what's going on. So different this time of year, isn't it, in the garden? You must get a better lock. A bit of wire on the fence isn't quite, or on the gate should I say, is not quite the best lock. I'll have a quick look round. Look how different it is with all the autumn leaves everywhere. We've actually got guests staying in the Jeep this week. There are actually people working in the area, so they're not likely to be using the garden, so we haven't got to worry about that, because I mean obviously it's not the time of year to be sitting in the garden anyway. You see everything's grown madly as well. We need to come down and do some trimming. There we go. Excuse me sniffing, it's a bit cold in the air. We've not lost, obviously we lost the second tree over there, but this one's doing okay. All the leaves on my sprouts have been eaten away by something, but I don't know if you can tell, but the sprouts are growing, which is good. My first time ever. Parsnips have got huge, well the leaves have got huge. I'm hoping there's parsnips on the end. And here you can see my beans. Obviously I haven't been down and picked any for a long time, but I'm going to use those, the seeds in those, hopefully to grow beans next year. Under all these weeds I need to come and dig up, there's potatoes, so I might not yet cover it up, because I mean normally we cover it up and then next year the soil is beautiful. There's no weeds in it, and it just like crumble. It just really always lovely. Yeah, sad to see all the colour gone, but it's nice in other ways, isn't it? Autumn, for even my nasturtiums have gone berserk now that I don't need them. Typical. Growing amongst the beetroot there. Really need to come and have a tidy up. It's this YouTube life, it takes away some of the time to get these things done. And of course the weather. So I think Duncan and I are going to have to come down and have a day of tidying up. Leaves everywhere. Normally the grass is covered in acorns, but I think for some reason we don't seem to have them this year. I was out on a wander the other day and I saw them everywhere else. Some mushroom growing on that bench. Got to come down before the really heavy frost as well and put all the ceramic garden ornaments away. Right, wood. Wouldn't it be nice and ideal to have someone filming me? It might be a lot more difficult. A lot less difficult, should I say. Right, I think that's 4, that'll do. 4 in there, I'll do for the evening. We've still got lots there to go, obviously. Wasn't that long ago we stacked them, was it? Gate up. Back we go. The sky looks like it's going to chuck it down any minute now. I don't know if you've noticed, I've got new glasses. Our friends brought them over from the UK for us this week. I'm still getting used to them, and I've not had tinted ones before. So every now and then I look in the mirror and I get a shock because it's tinted. But I'm hoping it'll make my eyes a lot less tired from on the computer or just from anything really, TV or whatever. So, home again. Shoes off. I'll stack this next to the fire. we go. As you can see, Mr. Frog's been moved. He's got a log of his own on the other side now. So now, excuse me, I haven't gone into darkness. I've just not turned the lights on again yet. Don't like wasteful electricity. So now I'm going to get my coat off and I'm going upstairs. Can you see me in the mirror? There we go. Coat's coming off. Back upstairs sewing.
Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. I didn't film last night. There wasn't an awful lot to show you. I was feeling really rough and really achy head to toe. I had my Pfizer booster jab last week. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I think it'd be take this long to take effect. I don't know whether I caught something or whether it's just coincidence, and now that I'm actually going out and about or doing anything, like spending all day yesterday sewing and things, these are all things I haven't been able to do for weeks. And I just ached like I had flu last night. Everything ached. And at 8 o'clock in the evening I just wanted to go to bed, but I don't like to go to bed that early because I know we'll wake too early. Duncan just now, he left for work, and I'm now contemplating whether to get up or whether to just get some more sleep. So it's not, this is me. You say you like me real, and that's what I'm being. Very tired today. So I'll film a bit later and I'll give you another heads up on whether I'm feeling any better. See you in a bit.
Well, I'm up. Once I saw that it was like 20 to 10 in the morning, I decided, no, you're not staying in your bed any longer. And look at the weather today as well. Look how miserable that is. So, no real plans on doing anything particular. I've got to finish my sewing that I was doing yesterday. But other than that, I'm now going down to have a coffee. Well, I'm about to go to bed. Quite an uneventful day today. I'm due to go for a blood test tomorrow, but I'm going to have to get up and cancel it because I still ache and my chest still feels a bit tight. So I think I should cancel just in case, because it's sort of some COVID symptoms. I've had my 3 jabs now, but I still don't want to be carrying it around to anybody, so I'll have to delay my blood test. I shall see you in the morning. Night. Bonjour, monsieur. Je suis Madame Foxon. Je dois annuler mon rendez-vous ce matin. Oui, c'est possible un autre rendez-vous pour semaine prochaine? Oui, mercredi, oui. À quelle heure? Ah, ok, la même heure. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Au revoir. So as you saw, I've just had to cancel my appointment to go and have a blood test today. It's just the regular, I think it's six monthly blood tests that they do here in France once you're turned 60. Yeah, so I've just made it for next week because I said the other morning, I've been feeling really achy. And I started thinking, what if this is COVID symptoms? So some friends of ours are over from the UK and they've usually got spare lateral flow tests with them. So I asked them to bring one round this morning, and so I should be doing that. and just a precaution really, because although I've had my 3 jabs now, I don't really want to be going spreading it if I have actually got it. So hopefully it's just a normal flu, but I still feel a bit ugh. So we'll see. Right, I suppose I better go and get dressed now. It's still Wednesday, a pretty uneventful day really. Obviously I got up in the morning, cancelled my appointment, did my lateral flow test, which was negative. I was supposed to be going out with Sharon today on a little trip to film a little place called Sanceneri for you, but once I realised, I thought that I might have possible COVID, I thought best to cancel that. So I obviously just stayed at home and did some more sewing again, and I've been filming for my other channel, FOPYS Creations. So nothing sort of really exciting, but obviously my end it is, because I've been able to do some sewing. But yeah, what else is there I can report? Oh, we had guests staying in the gîte. They arrived on Saturday, and then we got a message from their company, because they were here for work in the area, and their secretary, whoever, rang us last night, or left a message last night to say they'd finished their work early, so we're leaving a day early. But unfortunately, normally in these situations they forfeit that extra night, but they did ask me if they could have 1 night of money back, so you know, we agreed to that. But also Duncan goes in, as he always does, after they'd left, and he was just checking and everything, and he just couldn't believe the amount of rubbish there was, considering they'd only been here a few days. But they'd also left, well, he actually put them in a bin bag, lots of food that was still sealed, not eaten or anything, you know, and just doesn't make any sense. Normally, I guess, if they're going to leave food behind, they'll ask us first, you know, would you like it? And obviously more often than not we'll say, well, yeah, why not? Can't bear any wastage. But yeah, it was just bizarre. I don't know. It's an awkward one, because you just feel you don't want wastage, but then if you start saying like, if you don't want to give it to us, looks like we're begging for food. But it just shows you that there are still people in the world that will still waste food. I mean, they could have just took it home with them. I know they might have quite a journey or something, but if not, yeah, offer it, see if anybody else wants it, or leave it in the fridge for the opportunity that if we didn't want it, there may have been another guest coming in who might be able to make use of it. But it's done now. It's just sometimes guests are a bit baffling. It doesn't happen very often. Most of our guests are absolutely fine. And then we got another message from Airbnb last night. We've got another guest coming on the 7th. She's going to be in the area visiting relatives, which would be nice for her. So it's another one, and then after that there'll be another one in December. So it's quite nice to get a little bit of money coming in, and it's nice to have people stay next door. That's what it's been put together for. So yeah, I'm just going to be carrying on with this. There's nothing more to report tonight, really. I should be just cooking dinner, and we'll no doubt be watching some Netflix or Prime, or Amazon Prime, sorry, and yeah, or maybe putting together some of these videos for YouTube again. So I will no doubt see you in the morning. If anything happens in the meantime between now and bedtime, I shall tell you when I go to bed what happened. But at the moment, over and out.
Morning, it's Thursday. I've got a clue what I'm doing today. Maybe I'll make a decision over my coffee. As you said, again, I've just woke up. So I'm going to go down, after I've got my slippers and dressing gown on, make a cup of coffee, and yeah, I'll decide then.
Okay, decision made. I've decided I'm going to go into Mayenne, just get a few bits, just to get me out of the house, really, because I haven't been out what feels like forever. It's not been that long because I was out at the weekend, but yeah, no, I've just been in a long time. I made the decision a few hours ago, but then Duncan asked me if I could stay in case he needs me, because he's, as you'll see in the film before this, that he's fitting a new shower, all thanks to me. I'm almost glad that I broke the last one. Same as you'll notice, there's lots of scratches on the stairs. That's all thanks to me. Now we're having a run I put up the stairs, so it's all going to look nice. You know, the scratches that occurred because when I was wearing my plaster cast when I broke my foot, and every time I went up the stairs, it was hard to keep my foot elevated. So obviously the rough plaster cast scratched on the wood every time I went up. So oh well, new carpet. Okay, let's go to Mayenne now. So I'm not going to do an awful lot. I might let you be able to film in the shop, but I'll turn the camera around and you can see my journey. keep this camera from wobbling. Can't drive one-handed. There you see it in front, action. Oh, that's handy, a little space just there. Okay, let's go in. As you can see, we're still wearing masks in shops here, which is a pain because my glasses keep steaming up, but at least we're still being cautious, which is good. I'm not sure if I'll film inside, I'll see, because I say it's a bit difficult to film and try and shop at the same time, and you've always got people looking at you and wondering what you're doing, but we'll see. Okay. That was action. Still can't get used to this tint on my glasses. So now we're going to, I think next will be a stop at Lidl, just to get a few bits and then on the way home again. Changed my mind. I've come into a shop called Gemmo, and I've just remembered I need some low black boots. I daren't wear heels anymore after my accident, so I'm gonna try and look, see if I can find some at a reasonable price in here, and then we'll be on to Lidl's. Managed to find some with 30% off, so that's good. I'm sure you don't need to see Lidl's. Lidl's is Lidl's wherever you are in the world. Okay, home again. I was naughty and bought myself a cardigan in Lidl's as well, so that's a pair of boots and a cardigan today. I know we're about to have some lunch, so I shall report in later. That's the ironing done. I'm going to pop round for a cup of tea with Sharon and our friends who are supposed to going to be there. Morning, it's Friday morning. I'm not feeling bright and breezy. I had a really awful night's sleep. But I'm in the gîte because we had a booking quite late last night. Lovely Parisian lady messaged us through Airbnb saying it was going to come for the weekend, and was it okay at short notice. And being at the last people that here left early, the place has been here for a couple of days, so which we like to try and do in times of COVID. So I'm now in here this morning. I've had my coffee, I've had my cereal, and I'm just about awake enough to do this and to check in with all of you. And now I've got to strip the beds and make the beds and obviously do the usual quick clean round. And then later on today I'm going to Sharon's to do some sewing. She's making some pyjama bottoms for 3 of her children for Christmas, so I'm helping her with those, and then we shall see what happens after that. But it's quite likely at some point I'm going to have a nap. So I shall speak to you later.
Good morning. It's Saturday morning. I have no idea what's happening today, but it's 9:20. I've only just got up. It makes up for the night before when I had a really bad night. Now off to get me coffee as usual. Right, it's a wet, miserable day. Today we decided we're going to have a trip into Maine and have another look around Emmaus. Something to do really, there's nothing we actually need. But yeah, it's always worth a look. You never know what someone else is chucking out. I'll report back later to let you know if we bought anything. It's pretty wet. Coming to the centre of Maine, we're going to go and have something to eat now. The car park's really busy, see it's coming up to Christmas. We'll head over there, one with the black roof, La Renaissance. Haven't been there for a while. Market's still on, so it's chaos because people can't park in that car park. Change of plans, we're not going there, we're going to the Conti. We're walking through the market as you can see. One of our favourite spots. Can't decide what I'm having. Merci.
Ah oui, oui.
D'accord, merci. Now it's just in time to see the market closing. Had a very nice meal. Now we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Package now? Okay. Oh, it should be in the middle, I think. I'm here, right. You're going to show, I've got to have the compass up in here.
Morning, Sunday morning. The weather is awful outside. Thankfully we remembered to put our clocks back, so that's good. Just where was we? Yesterday I didn't end up filming too much, but we went to Emmaus. I told you that, and didn't buy an awful lot. I managed to find a couple of tiny skirts that fit like one of my legs, but they'll be great to make a bag with. And I bought a belt, which is yet another handle I shall make at some point, but obviously you'll know what happens with all of that on the other channel. And then we went and had some lunch, so that's probably before this as well, so you'll see that. And what did we do after that? Popped in to see Sharon, because I bought her a brush for her companion set for next to her new wood burner. And Duncan did a little bit of sanding at her house for her.
So that was yesterday, really. We didn't do an awful lot, just had a few drinks last night watching the last couple of episodes of Chapelwaite. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't usually like sort of vampire type films, but I quite enjoyed it. So I'd say it's worth watching. And then what I think it was just time for bed, really. Woke up fairly early. Well, obviously it wasn't really early because the clocks had gone back, so it wasn't as early as realistically as I thought it was. So I've had my breakfast, I've had my shower, obviously had my coffee. As you'll see just before this, you'll see the usual Sunday ritual. I say ritual, it's just something that's nice for Duncan. He plays on the Xbox Live, so he plays games on his Xbox with his friend in Australia, and they enjoy that. I mean, these are men in their 50s, and they say that men never grow up, don't they? So yeah. Yesterday evening, that was it. We was editing some videos, and I've been trying to get some ideas to make some Christmas things on my Creations channel. So I've been doing some sketches, like I fancy making a Christmas garland of all different Christmas items, so I'm just trying to get some ideas for that, and sketched a couple of gnomes that I'd like to put on some cushions or a bag or something, and also just trying to get some nice rhymes actually to go with my little angels I've made that I can put a little card with and put a rhyme on it, which is not easy because it's not that I'm not good at English, but I'm not very good at sort of poetry and things like that, so it's hard to try. I've been on Googling it actually, trying to see what I could do, but I don't want it to be someone else's, so I'm trying to change the words a little bit to make it mine, but it's just to give me some ideas. So now I will be continuing to do editing this vlog actually, because it'll probably finish today, maybe tomorrow, depends if I do a full Monday to Monday or not, because obviously then I want to get it out on Tuesday, so it makes the time a bit tight, so we'll see how that goes. But otherwise at the moment it'll either be a bit more sewing for the Creations channel, let me think, mainly editing. I quite like doing some of it. I think I'm going to enjoy editing this one because there's lots of bits and pieces, and I'll do a little bit of a voiceover with some of it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope that you'll let me know in the comments what you think of this video, and so I know whether to do it again. But, it takes your day up a little bit. Not takes your day up, but you have to sort of think every time, have I recorded this and have I said what day it is, all this sort of thing. But no, it's still quite good fun. So I'm going to sign off for the moment. I don't imagine much more is going to happen today. I think it's just going to be a case of I'll be cooking dinner at some point, and then we'll be back watching TV again this evening, which is what we do most evenings if we're not up here deciding to kind of get away from the TV. And I'll do sewing, or Duncan might do some. I mean, he hasn't done anything on his model railway for a long time because he's been getting very tired with work, which is a shame because he won't let me show you it until it's finished, and is still, I mean, it looks lovely. I mean, he's so creative in it. It's quite, the people that have seen it have said it's pretty good. So he's got lots to do still. Lots of tiny people to put in place and lots more buildings to do, and he keeps changing his mind and it's expanding, but he can't expand too far because we haven't got that much space. So it's the last day for our guests in the Gîtes. They will be leaving this evening, and I've checked in with them as usual, and they've been very kind and said that the Gîtes was superb and that they were having a lovely time. And I expect, I don't think they've been out very much, and I think it's just a couple that have stayed there for the whole weekend, if you get my meaning. Anyway, as I said, I'm signing that for now, and I'll report in with you later. Morning, it's Monday. Just sort of checking quickly this morning. I'm going to be probably in the loft finishing off some editing and maybe doing some more sewing. This afternoon after lunch I will be going or returning to the art group that I used to belong to about 3 years ago. I stopped going initially because there was a bit of a fallout with certain members and that, but I wouldn't even want to start to bore you with the details. But also then I was ill and I had to have all my treatment and everything anyway, so eventually it was just, time's just gone on and I've just never bothered to go back. Duncan is hoping to come with me. He, hope that, so that would be good to get him to come and just to relax a bit, do something different. He's been, since before we even moved here, he wanted to join me in doing some art. And once, when I found the art group, he wanted to come with me, but work just took over. He just never had the chance. So the only way of doing it really is for him to be strict with himself and to give himself a day where he can do what he wants to do. So that's what we'll be doing, and hopefully it'd be nice to catch up with some of the people. I expect there's going to be a lot of new people, but I know there are some that have been going on since, well, they've been going to the art group since before I even started going, so they've been there a long time. I will, so I'll be catching up with those, but other than that, I just hope I can try and actually finish a piece of art. I mean, if you saw my Creations channel, you'll see that I had loads of unfinished art, shall I say. And it's because when you get there, you get chatting, you catch up with everybody, and you know what us ladies are like when we get together with people, and we just want to talk, and generally you have a laugh. I don't want to be sat in the corner just painting. I mean, I know that's what you go for, but that's not the point, is it? You've got to do a bit of both. It's a social thing. Anyway, so that's what's been happening today. And this evening it'll be the usual, I expect. I can't imagine this, but anything else happens, I will obviously try and film it and show you. But as for last night, we had 2 sets of trick-or-treaters. Didn't really expect any. I mean, we didn't get any last year, but that's obviously due to COVID. No one really came out doing it last year. But we had 2 sets, 2 of about 5 or 6 children in each, and they had their fathers with them. And I didn't really expect to see that many, because there's not that many children in the village that I've seen. So I didn't expect that many, because I think a lot of the children that go to the school in the village come from outside the village as well. But luckily we were ready for them. We had sweets that we've had in the cupboard under the stairs, been there for a long time, but don't worry, they were in date still. We wouldn't have given to them if they hadn't been. They're all sealed sweets and everything, and they were being kept cool, blah blah, and so, and they're very they're very good. They take a packet each, and then you can say to them, "Do you want to take more?" And then no. So then it's just bonsoir, and they're off, and really sweet. So I'm talking about that. I've often wondered what they say for trick or treat, because I don't think they said much when we opened the door. Don't know if anybody knows what the French say for trick or treat. I don't know if it's a literal translation, in which case I still don't know. I'd have to Google that. But yeah, so that was good. It was, and then we were sat here with the bowl of sweets, waiting for more. I put on Instagram. We've had two sets of trick or treaters, so we're waiting to wait and see who else we get, and we didn't get any more. So they'll go back in a sealed bag for next year probably. I'll check the dates first, of course, and So I think that's about it to report today. I don't really expect anything more to happen today, but if it does, I will record it. If not, this could be the end of my video, and I will be signing out at some point. I should just let you know. Okay, bye, have a good day. Hello, just got back from art group. There's quite a few faces I knew. Don't necessarily know them very well, but it was nice to catch up with those that I did know. And as usual, I didn't finish the painting. And Duncan did come, and he's done something and got lots of praises on his perspective. So yep, so it's good. And no doubt we'll go next week. Hopefully Duncan will as well, if he doesn't get tied up with work. And so that's about it. That's the end of my week. So I'm going to sign off here and put this together, and you will be able to see it tomorrow, which is today for you now. Okay, au revoir.